At this hour, I'm Christina Owayo in Dallas, and here are your top stories.
More than 3 million homes and businesses are without power, and deaths were reported after Hurricane Milton slammed Florida's east coast and made its way across the state. Millions were told to evacuate. Hours after making landfall Wednesday night, Milton weakened to a Category 1 storm. In addition, multiple fatalities have been reported on Florida's east coast after a tornado outbreak happened as Milton closed in on the state. According to the county sheriff, state and local agencies are searching for survivors after hundreds of homes were completely totaled. It's unclear how many people have died or how many others have been hurt. The sheriff told a local news station that at least half a dozen tornadoes touched down in the county. Eric Trump posting to X that his dad, President Donald Trump, and the family are honored to have 275 incredible linemen from FPL as they got ready to respond to the aftermath of Hurricane Milton. Eric, who is the executive vice president of the Trump Organization, posted the video just hours before Milton made landfall in Florida on Wednesday. Eric added, quote, "You are amazing, and the Trump family and the entire state of Florida appreciates you. Enjoy the rooms. They are the best in Florida, and be safe." Florida Governor Ron DeSantis making sure the state was as prepared as possible, staging more than 50,000 linemen before Milton hit to help with the recovery, which he said was the largest staging of utility workers in U.S. history. The Florida Highway Patrol is sending a message to people who have pets and may be leaving a natural disaster situation, saying, "Do not do this to your pets, please," after finding a dog standing in a flooded field and tied to a pole just hours before Hurricane Milton made landfall. Thankfully, troopers saw the dog and rescued it. Otherwise, the dog would not have been able to escape the winds of about 175 miles an hour and the massive storm surge that swept through the area. At the very least, if you leave your pet behind, give it the opportunity to save itself instead of tying it down with no ability to run. President Donald Trump will be holding a rally later this month at New York City's Madison Square Garden, according to campaign sources. The rally is set to take place on October 27th, just 9 days before the election, and organizers are expecting a massive crowd. Trump is no stranger to huge crowds. In fact, last month, the president held a rally at the Nassau Coliseum in Long Island and drew a crowd of 60,000. Then his rally in the Bronx over the summer had more than 10,000 supporters show up. Not to mention his second stop in Butler, Pennsylvania, saw more than 60,000 attend, and a whopping 100,000 people showed up to his rally in New Jersey back in May. Jury selection has started in the corruption trial of former Illinois House Speaker Michael Madigan, once the longest-serving legislative leader in U.S. history. Madigan is charged in a multi-million-dollar racketeering and bribery scheme that included the state's largest utility, ComEd. Federal prosecutors allege that the Chicago Democrat used his power not only as a speaker, but in other roles, including as head of the state Democratic Party, to run a criminal enterprise to amass even more wealth and power. Madigan and his co-defendant, Michael McLean, have both pleaded not guilty. Nearly 200 potential jurors are facing questioning by attorneys in court. The U.S. Department of Justice is considering asking a federal judge to force Google to sell parts of his business in order to eliminate its online search monopoly. Vice presidential candidate Tim Walz said the Electoral College needs to go and that the presidency should be determined by a popular vote instead. At a campaign fundraiser, Walz said, "I think all of us know the Electoral College needs to go." The Minnesota governor adding, "We need a national popular vote, but that's not the world we live in." However, campaign officials were quick to rush in and try to clean up the mess, saying that his position is not the campaign stance. Walz has made similar comments in Seattle, and he signed legislation last year that would look to replace the Electoral College.
That's what you need to know at this hour. In Dallas, Christina Owayo, Salem News Channel.